Hi, everyone. This is Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a no contact love reading. Today, I'm going to ask my spirit guides for some guidance in this connection. What does your person that you are thinking of today want you to know? Where are we headed? What is happening? I do have some initials and I do have some charms that I'll be sharing with you. So welcome, everybody. If you're new to this channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button to join us and jump right in. Welcome back, everybody. Let's start with some messages, spirit loving messages from my person. What is it that you need me to hear today? What is it that you want me to know? I am listening for you now. This is a fully channeled message, everybody. I will be talking to my spirit guides and getting some answers for you all. Spirit, please share with me. Tough times are stopping this connection. I'm going to say financial issues. I feel like that jumped out at me the most, that I'm struggling with my work. I'm struggling with my bills. I can't keep, my own life together, let alone this connection together. So a little bit of a using, I got to get my life back in gear somehow. I'm not where I want to be. So that could be going on around this connection. I need to make it right with you. Absolutely. So these are tough times. Not being with you makes it worse. I feel stuck in this connection. So that came into me not so much as stuck, but limbo. That I don't know whether I'm moving forward or I'm moving backwards with you. I don't know whether it's going to be on again or off again. And part of me feels like I've been here before. Maybe I've thought about this before, or we've gone through something similar to this before. Might not be our first rodeo of no contact, but it is a feeling of, I wish I knew, because I can't stand the limbo. It's like either be out of my life or be in my life. So that could be you feeling that way or them feeling that way, because the limbo, I can't stand the not knowing. It's the not knowing, it's the limbo is driving me crazy. Okay. So I can handle almost anything. I can handle if you want to move on for the rest of your life. I'm not going to be happy about it, but I can't handle when you breadcrumb me or you string me along and you make me feel like you just need more time for us to talk, something like that. Because then I can't move on with my life. So there's something going on with that. I feel like I'm on a tightrope. I'm in the middle of I'm trying to cross over to another mountain, and there's like a huge drop underneath me. And it's like, how am I going to get over this tightrope? You make me want to be better. Okay, I've given some thought to what we're going through. I'm doing a little bit of a deep dive, just came into me, that I've given the words that you said or what we talked about last a lot of consideration. That feels good. Spiritual growth. I want to grow. We're not gonna make it if we don't grow spiritually. It's a sense of I've got to grow, you've got to grow. We've got to stop. Like there's a cycle that we have to stop. There's a behavior that we have to stop, and until one of us kind of faces it. I miss you so much. That I do believe, even when somebody says I need space and I can't do this, you don't just stop loving somebody. You don't. You carry them in your heart. You miss the day-to-day contact. You miss hearing that person's voice. You miss just knowing what's going on in their life, their mothers, their kids, like what happened at work, what happened with your medical doctor, what happened with this, like you had a life. And all of a sudden it stops and you feel like you're missing so much. Yes, you miss the person, but you miss that kind of communication, that ongoing communication about another person's life. And we have a lot of catching up to do. I'm afraid that you don't love me. I'm afraid that You are losing feelings for me. I'm afraid that you don't see me the same way anymore. I definitely feel it deep in my heart right now, psychically, that I'm sorry that I hurt you. I feel like this person, whether they're coming forward and saying that to you or not yet, I do feel like they're sorry that they've hurt you. And maybe they knew what they were doing or they didn't know what they were doing, but I don't think they knew that it was going to be as bad as this, if that makes sense. You know, that maybe we were going to just have a break. Maybe it was just going to be, you know, a little time off from each other, but it actually hurts more than I think either one of us thought it would be. So I'm sorry that I hurt you is coming into me very clearly from spirit. So if there's one thing your spirit guides want you to know, okay, that I would say that I'm sorry for hurting you. Do what makes you happy. You know, that's the I love you so much I would let you go energy. That if you're not happy with me and I'm not going to be the one that makes you happy, then I don't want to keep you in limbo. I don't want to be the one that doesn't let you go, or I don't want to be the one that makes you wonder, am I making, you know, the wrong choice? Something like that. Spirit, please share with me what is going on in this connection. I have returning, a second chance. Okay. It's a long road. It looks like a long bridge, but we're walking together. That's nice. Look at, they're like on this boardwalk or something. And they're like walking under an umbrella and they're walking together. So, you know, can we make amends? Can we apologize? Can we have a second chance? Absolutely. People do it all the time. You know, the person out there who says, oh, I would never take them back, they didn't walk in your shoes. They don't know what you have with this person. They don't know what has separated you. Just because you guys are on a no contact, or you've decided just to not talk at this stage, for whatever reason, we have to heal, we need a break. Don't let somebody else tell you that, oh, I would never take them back. They're not you. And the only person who gets to decide what you do with your life is you. So don't take advice from somebody who's never walked in your shoes. Like I'm not even going to tell you what to do ever. Spirit's not going to tell you what to do ever. You always have free will. You always have to choose what's best for you, what's best for you at that moment in time, what's best with the evidence that you have in front of you at that moment in time. What you choose, Spirit just said, what you choose today affects you. So we have to remember that our choices are accumulation of our history. So we want to make sure that we're always choosing what's best for you. So keep that in mind. I have resistance. Secret admirer, suppressing emotions, holding back. I've been holding back my true feelings. I wasn't being completely honest with you when I said I didn't know what I wanted for my future. The one thing maybe I do know is that I love you. Maybe I haven't decided whether I want to be married or not married, but I do know I love you, or I do know I have feelings for you, you know, so, but I suppressed that. I didn't even share that with you. So I made you feel like I didn't want you, or I made you feel like I don't want this connection. I've been thinking. I always like the person who says I need time to think, right? Okay, they do. Masculine energy needs more time than feminine energy. I saw a recent study recently, and I was just like blown away. And it was a study about neurology and our brain, and how a masculine brain works and how a feminine brain works. Now, we both have masculine and feminine energy. I'm just talking as far as male sex and female sex. And the female brain they had on the screen with a picture, and it kind of was all lit up with its kind of energy, neurons or whatever they were. And this female brain emotionally never stops moving. It was running, 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 running. And you could see it like flashing on the screen. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much right. Yeah, I'm in agreement with that. Yeah, the female brain never stops moving emotionally. And the masculine brain, you could see it get really excited, and then it would stop, and it would rest, and it would repair, and it would think. And then after a period of time, the masculine brain would move again. And I was like mind blown, because it was to see it physically. I'm like, everybody should see this. Everybody on earth should see this. It was like such a classic example of how feminine and masculine energy actually works. It was so awesome. But masculine energy needs that time to repair, to heal, to think. So when a masculine energy says to you, I need time to think, what they're saying is, I need that rest. And I always say, that's why we have man caves, and we have garages, and we have wood shops in the backyard, and we have, whatever they do in the basements for masculine energy. They need that time to be tuned out. They need repair, rest, and then they come back emotionally and they're on again. Okay. Feminine energy doesn't understand it. They're comparing it to themselves. They're comparing it to, why are you tuning me out? Why do you need to just kind of, float off into space? Are you listening to me? Are you looking at me? So when somebody says, I need time to think, they're resting. And the good news is, in this case, in this reading, when their brain starts to move again, the masculine energy in the brain starts to move again, they're realizing, I miss you. I'm craving you. I'm desiring you. So it's like they pick up where they left off emotionally from that break. So it's just kind of fascinating, just from a physiological, it was like a scientific study. Like, I was watching these scientists with like brains on the TV screens. It's just amazing. But energetically, that's exactly what we do. I have It's Only You. I'm devoted, and I'm attached to you, and I crave you. I don't feel like I've got a lot of other things going on in my life. I feel like I'm just resting, and I just needed a break. Okay, that's not so bad. Intimacy, bonding, sensual. You are the most important person, is how it just came into me. I've never been as intimate with anybody as I have been with you. I've never told other people the things that I've told you. So I do feel like this person is realizing, that there's something about you that they were able to reveal themselves, they just said. That there's something about you that they were able to dig a little bit deeper within themselves and reveal themselves. I have a Hanged Man. Okay, I have a Hanged Man in reverse, which is interesting because I don't read reverses. So it got in there as a reverse. I do read reverses, but I like to show my cards upright so you can see the images. But it's in reverse. So that tells me that they're coming out of that waiting period. I found the answers. I don't need to be on hold any longer. I don't need to be in this limbo state anymore. So the answers that I was searching for, I have found. So that maybe Spirit needs me to know that. That's why it's in reverse. It's okay. I'll take it however I get it. I have an 8 of Wands. This is the designer of this deck, Dame Darcy, on Etsy, in her family picture that got into the deck. They always throw extra things into the box. So if you're wondering who designed this Alice in Wonderland deck, there you go. All right, I have an 8 of Pentacles. I like the 8 days. I also have very fast moving energy. So that 8 of Wands could be like This person comes right back in. This person says, a switch has gone off and says, I realize how much I miss you. I realize how much I've hurt you, and I'm sorry that I've hurt you. And I do want to work on things. I do want to work on things. I have a devil. I'm asking Spirit, like, what's the devil energy? And I feel like the devil energy is, I don't think it's another person. I feel like it's something they fight within themselves. I'm drinking too much. I have abandonment issues, so I tend to push people away. I don't realize that I'm doing it. I hold in my feelings. So I just feel like it's more connected to their emotions, that it's something that they need to work on. It could be just they don't talk to themselves the way that they should. Maybe they don't love themselves enough. Maybe they need to learn to love themselves more. Sometimes you love a person so much that you say, I have enough love for you until you can love yourself. And maybe that's going on, especially somebody who's struggling with anything like an addiction or alcoholism. It's like you are the person that has to love them until they can love themselves. So that could be going on with that devil card. Spirit, please share with me. I have a 2 of Wands. I have a 5 of Swords. That came into me as I want the fighting to be over. I'm making a decision with this 2 of Wands that I no longer want to be fighting. I don't want to be in a battle with you. It doesn't make sense. I miss you. Yeah. How did we get here is how it just came into me. Sometimes something small turns into something big. And you look at each other and you say, how did it get so blown out of proportion that we aren't even talking anymore? So I don't even know if it's a big deal that why you're separated, other than that masculine brain said, I need a break. And they took it. And so I feel. All right. So this feeling of I don't want to fight. So let's get some initials. First initials, last initials. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you want from me? I have a letter L. Maybe you'll get your person. C, I, letter Q. I have a G. I have an M. I have another M. U. F. I have a G. Another F. I have an S. Let's get a couple more. I have a W. Let me know in the comments if you got your person's name, A, and a V. Your initials, their initials. I know you guys like these. I'm hearing it in the comments. And then when I don't do them, you're like, oh, where are my initials? But I don't do them in every reading. I mean, I want to do different things. So, but I do like to do them in these kind of, especially as a confirmation sometimes, if it can help you to confirm the messages and that you were guided to hear these messages, then that helps. Spirit, please share with me. I have a pregnancy test. Maybe we had a pregnancy scare with this person and it was very emotional, and whichever way it went, but maybe we've gone through a lot with this person. We've tried to have a baby. We've been pregnant, lost the baby. Maybe we've gone through a lot with this person already. I have bad choices. Is somebody making bad choices with that devil card? You could choose different things. I want you to be healthier. I watch you, killing yourself in front of me. You're smoking. You're eating unhealthy. You're drinking too much. I love you, but I can't watch you hurt yourself. So it's bad choices. Getting a room. Okay. This feeling of, is there anything else going on out there? I don't in this case feel, some of you, yeah, maybe that's why we're in no contact, is somebody actually, crossed the line. But in this particular reading, for the most part, I'm feeling that we just needed a break emotionally. I feel like I was an emotional overload. Somebody just said, I just need a break, and I need to think. I need to think about what it is that I want. And I feel like they just weren't giving themselves enough space to do that repairing energy that masculine energy may need. And now maybe they need to learn that they need to be alone more, or they need to have like decompressing time between leaving work and seeing you at night. They go to the gym, they work out, they have a commute, they listen to music, whatever it is, but maybe they need more decompression time to repair. Emotional intelligence. That came into me as I'm starting to realize my own reaction. And a lot of times in my reading, I'll say, feel the feelings. Okay. That's why we have feelings. We have feelings. Feelings are a way of spirit sharing with us what's going on in our lives. Happy, mad, sad, glad, angry, resentful, right? So we need to feel those feelings. We can't walk around with this kind of blank face and say, I'm fine all the time, because you're not. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to say, I'm not in a good place to people. You're human. And if you always say, I'm fine and everything's wonderful, then you're kidding yourself, and you're not getting the help that you need. You're not getting your friends to listen to you, your family to listen to you. You're not being honest with yourself, Spirit just said. So it's okay to not be okay too. If you're sad, be sad. I have a relationship. I want a commitment. I want you to identify me as your partner, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. I need to know that we are in a relationship. I need to know that you don't want to see anybody else, that we're exclusive. So maybe we need some boundaries. Maybe we need some identity around this connection. Who are we to each other? A hookup. It was just a hookup. It's always my favorite, right? They didn't mean anything. So if there was some infidelity, if there was some cheating, it depends on the two of you. It really does. Can we forgive? And what did they say? Your spirit guides are saying, I'm so sorry, for hurting you. Your spirit guides wants you to know that this person knows they hurt you, but they're sorry. And I do feel like they're genuinely sorry. I don't feel like they're saying that just to be able to move on. I feel like they really do know now, this emotional intelligence, they're feeling their feelings, that they know now. I have a proposal. Coming back with an offer. That happens a lot. That if a commitment means not losing you, then yeah, okay, let's be committed, because I don't want to lose you. I don't ever want to feel like I'm in this limbo again. They don't like this limbo. The limbo is really hurting. That state of I don't know where I'm at. All right, let's get some charms. Let's see what the charms are saying. I've got this big, beautiful pink bowl, and I'm going to get a scoop. Let's see. Let's see what they're saying today. I've got some letters. I've got some signs. Let me see. I know you guys like the charms. Let me know if the charms make sense to you. All right, where's my little thing? Okay. Excuse me. I've got the letter B. I've got a letter B. I have a letter O. I have a V. Okay. What is this guy? I have an Aries. Aries. Libra. Aquarius, Gemini. Okay, this looks like a Pisces to me with this fish. I'm going to say Pisces. I have the number 13, lucky number 13, 13 days. Maybe that makes sense to somebody. Okay, I have a Roman arch and a couple things. I love arches because I feel like I want to walk through that arch and get to the other side. I also like arch for the stability. I also like arch because oftentimes it's a bridge above. So it's a crossing over also. So it's like walking through or crossing over. So there's definitely movement to me. But I like the stability. It's in stone. It's not going anywhere. We have a sense of history. So we might not be willing to walk away from this connection because we have so much history together. And maybe we're just not in a good place, but we're not going to give up on all that history all the time that we have. I have a love. What does this say? Follow your heart. Well, that's a no-brainer, right? Your heart's saying, I love this person. I want this person back. I want them to come back. I have a lotus leaf. Let me go back to this fish for a second, because one of my favorite things is like a real koi pond that has, you know, lotus leaves and big real koi, that they're, you know, big, huge, giant goldfish, basically. Because it's so serene to me. It's just this kind of Zen energy. And I could sit there all day and look at the fish and just watch the fish go back and forth. And fish don't do much, right? But it's so serene and it's so gorgeous. And maybe it's Spirit's way of saying, I want that serenity back. I want that peace of mind back. I want that slow moving energy that we're just kind of flowing together. So there's that going into me. If you have a koi pond in your backyard, that would be another clue that, hey, we built a koi pond together. Then I would say that is a clue. I have a love. I love you. I messed up. How did we get here? I have a chair, but I want to say pedestal. It's like Alice in Wonderland's chair. And it's a feeling of, I do want to put you on a pedestal. I'm sorry I didn't make you feel like that. I want to put you back up there. I do want to treat you like you're first and only. I do want to make you feel like you're special. So I do feel that. I have a drink. I have a specialty drink. I'm going to say it's your fave. I'm going to say it's something that if you were to go out, you order it. It's got all kinds of fun stuff in it. And it's got straws, and maybe it has an umbrella. You know, it's got cherries and, I don't know, pineapple. But it does feel like it's your favorite. And I feel like probably what we're going to do is, hey, let's go sit down and talk. Let's go have a drink and talk. Okay. So I feel like that's just us kind of reconnecting. Could be our first date back together. Could be the first night back out. You know, they know what you like. They go ahead and they order your drink the way you like it. So because they know about you, you have a sense of history. I mean, we're not starting from scratch. Spirit, please share with me. What are the feelings that you have for us? Let me get some of these, guys. Okay, so final messages, feelings. I'm sorry that I hurt you. Sometimes that's all we need to hear. I just need to know that you're sorry. You know, can we move on? Yeah, we can move on. I'm still desperately longing for you. I'm waiting for you. I don't want to lose you. My painful past still haunts me. You might know that about them. They could still be struggling with something. I was wearing masks to protect myself. I was having a hard time being vulnerable. I wish I could be more vulnerable. I'm not telling anyone how much I'm really suffering. They could be putting on a good show right now, pretending everything's okay. But what did they say? I mean, they're saying that, you know, being in limbo is driving them crazy. The not knowing is driving them crazy. I'm still heartbroken. You're heartbroken. They're heartbroken. I'm taking a step back to figure out what I want. I'm taking that break that I asked for. I'm taking that. I need some time to think. Now you know how those minds work. I don't want to disturb your life. I want you to be happy. And the best thing you can do during a no contact is truly just live your life, okay? You don't have any control, Spirit just said, over when they come back, what's going to happen. You have to be happy. You grow, you learn, you take care of yourself, and they do the same. And then when this is meant to be, it will come back together if it's meant to be, right? So that's how I feel. You are like an angel and I feel like a devil. I feel like I just treated you so wrong, or I shouldn't have hurt you, because keeps, you know, that's the message. I just shouldn't have hurt you. I'm terrified of you rejecting me. You know, can we repair what has happened? Can we get over this? In this silence, I do love you. Boy, that's a big one. That's a big one. I believe that. I mean, I know in my heart that when you're in a no contact with somebody, you don't just stop loving them. It doesn't work that way. Okay. We're human beings. We love each other. You don't stop loving somebody. You could be mad at them. You could be angry. You could be upset. I don't want to see you. I don't want to hear your voice, but you don't stop loving them. You just don't. So this makes total sense to me. In this silence, I do love you. So we're going to put this out into the universe. Those were the messages that Spirit wanted you to hear today. I hope they connected to you. I want to thank Spirit for this reading. If you are new to this channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Comment below, claim it. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, go to my website, KathyMamolin.psychicmedium.com. Check out my other two channels. I have my main channel, which is filled with love messages and love readings. And I have a pick a card channel also. So check out those. I'll put the link in the description and in the comments. So in the silence, I do love you. So remember that from today. Okay. And I'll see you guys all again real soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.